Hello everybody, GL1 here. Welcome to the premier online toy museum. Today I'm going to show you the Vornado Iron Giant. So this is the box it comes in, and it has several different options for you, which I'll show you. You can swap out the arms, and it has rather full articulation and the Superman symbol. So here he is, and as you can see, comparing him to some other Iron Giant toys, he's huge. So he is almost as big as the walking one that came out at Walmart a few years ago. So here you go. You got Hogarth up here. He has a head that can rotate all around on a ball joint. And here's one of his weapon arms. So you can have either two-hand arms. So here's the other one. Here's the right arm. And you can see you can articulate the fingers. And you can move the wrist all around. And you can turn it. And, you sometimes have to push things back together. So the joint in there. But it has like a little ratcheting to it. So that will just snap right into the shoulder. And you could swap that out. And he has articulating knees. And you can march his legs forward. And the hips even rotate thusly. Like that. So pretty good. The only thing is he's heavy. So when you're picking them up, sometimes you'll knock pieces off. Especially these back panels. They'll come off pretty easily. But of course they go right back on. But he's very dense. And it's about 900 pieces. And it took 3 hours to build. So I'm a pretty good Lego builder. It took me about 3 hours. So here's your Superman symbol. And if you want to change the arm, let's say you want to put on his other weapon arm. Here's the other weapon. Like that. Okay. And then that just snaps on. You see it's just got, your typical Technics connector. And then that just snaps right in there. And, okay, I don't want him to fall. And, these things go in and out. So let's compare this with some of the other Iron Giant toys. This is actually the first one I got many years ago when the Iron Giant first came out. And let's compare the weapons. So the hand comes out, and then you just push that in. And then the other hand comes out. Push that in like that. So, you see it's got like the little, pinchers. And then this one is like the, Gatling gun or super laser. And then even the legs pop out. Now, none of the other Iron Giant toys do this, like in the movie, where he's got like, lasers or missiles that come out of his legs. And check this out. You push the head down, and that opens up. And then you push this, and then this shoots off. So this is like a mega weapon. And then that's spring-loaded, and that'll shoot off. So that's like for taking out like, entire cities. So you don't really want to mess with the Iron Giant. His head doesn't turn. You can shine a little bit of a light through here, and then the eyes are going to turn up a little bit brighter. I don't know if I can get that to actuate here. Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, so put a light on him there. And he, his legs click, have the ratchet, and then the elbows, and then those arms move like, ratchet up. He doesn't twist. The Lego one doesn't twist either. It looks like it would turn in the middle. That would be great, but he does not. Oh, you know what is cool, though? Is take a look. This is how the feet move. So you can move this. That moves forward, and then you can move that like that. So if you were going to position him in such a way that you wanted to have a leg, and then the leg falls off. So if you wanted to have him like he's running, you can actually move this foot forward, and kind of have it on the ground. And you probably have to stand him up. I mean, I got him to stand for a little while once with his foot like that. But he's pretty, like I said, he's heavy. He's not going to stand long. So let me show you these other Iron Giant toys real quick. So this one I got this at a secondhand store for a long time ago. And I didn't know how he worked. And there's two ways. So right now he's in this mode where if you shine a light in here, he'll talk. So watch this. His eyes light up. And get your Vin Diesel voice going on there. So those are the two things he says. And then there's a button on the back here. And so whenever the light changes, yeah, there's a button on the back like this. And then when you push the button, so let's say you don't want him, annoying you like every time someone turns on the light in the room or something like that. But, he's got a hand that grips and the wrist turns. And the arm, it's old. It's not meant to come off, but push that right back in. And he's got knees that move. So he actually has very similar articulation to the Lego type, but this one, he rotates in the middle. So that's cool. And then the head can turn. So, that's neat. It doesn't come with any weapons and the legs don't open or anything like that. But anyhow, he's big and pretty cool. So that came out, so long ago, over 20 years ago. And then this one came out a few years ago. This is the walking Walmart Iron Giant. And he can move his elbows, he can move his arms, and turn his wrists. And his hands don't close, but he can turn his wrists like that. And you can push a button. And every time you push the button, his eyes will light up and he'll make that noise. And you can open his chest. And let me see. I'm going to make him walk. Okay, so here we go. If you got him walking, you push that button, and then he launches his super attack. His eyes turn red. And then in the distance, it has the explosion. You want to see that again? So maybe he can help Godzilla out, huh? If you want him to walk, push the button, and then he starts walking. And then he'll just keep walking until you push the button again. And, there he goes. So he doesn't turn, his torso doesn't turn. But if you've ever wondered how the walking works, let me show you. All right, so it's got a button on the back, you could turn them off. All right, so on the bottom of the feet, it's got two AA's in each side. And so if you're wondering what's the complexity of how it walks, it's really not complex. Let me show you. Okay, so here's the AA's, all right? And so here's the mechanism. It's not electronic at all. So what you have is you have two wheels, and then they move, and then they lock, and they move, and they lock. So they only move in one direction, and then lock. So as it's moving across the floor, so you have, the hip, right? It's moving from the hip. You have a motor here that's moving the leg forward. And as it moves forward, the wheels, they roll forward, and then they lock, and then it pulls him. Then when he moves his leg back, it pulls the robot forward. And then it rolls again and pulls the robot forward. And that's all it is. It's a very simple mechanism. It even has a little bit of a clutch. So if it pulls a little bit too hard, let's see if I can get it to, no, but sometimes I would hear the clutch. I think actually maybe the clutch is in the hips. But anyhow, that's how they make this walk so effectively. It really walks really well. A lot of walking toys don't walk so well. But he's got, nice big feet and the ratchet mechanism. And so, pretty cool. So anyway, that's my Iron Giant collection. Going off into the distance. All right. I hope you enjoyed that, and you all take care.